He addressed the first day of DENOSA's 9th National Congress at Birchwood in Ekurhuleni. The Congress is... Let's take you live to the President.
Well, we've had discussions about the stoppage of funding, and it is entirely within their own right. I mean, it is their money, and in many ways it's a wake-up call on our part as South Africans that we've got to find ways of being self-reliant, of relying on our own resources, and that is what our people expect. Even within our fiscal constraints and challenges. So this is a matter that we are discussing. And our sovereignty is important. And our sovereignty as a country should also mean that we must find ways all the time to look after the welfare of South Africans within or with our own resources. So this is a matter that we are going to be discussing. But what is prominent in our own minds is that the welfare and improving the lives of South Africans for us is prominent. And so therefore we must focus on that.
Mr. President, it's Natasha Puri here from SABC News. Have you perhaps identified the next president, or the next ambassador, I beg your pardon.
The next president of what?
The next ambassador to the US, and perhaps if you can just react to the outcomes of the SADC and the East African Community meeting last night.
Well, as you well know, we worked right into the night as the SADC joint SADC East African Community, and very important decisions were taken, and that is to consolidate a ceasefire, to install a permanent ceasefire, and to get foreign forces to leave so that the DRC can get to a point where there is peace and the lives of the people of the DRC can go on and be improved. And we also appointed facilitators who are now going to be hands-on in ensuring that the various parties, the various stakeholders meet and they negotiate and they talk amongst themselves and find a peace. So for us as South Africa, it was a very encouraging moment. We can now say that there is a light at the end of this tunnel where there's been conflict. And of course, as we have taken the decision, our own troops will be coming back home in phases. So as there are confidence-building measures that are put in place in the DRC, we will be withdrawing our own troops and they will be coming back in phases. With regard to the United States, our ambassador has come back home, and obviously it behoves on us as a government to mull over replacing our ambassador. The United States is the second largest trading partner to South Africa, so therefore we need to have top-class representation in the US, and that is something that we are still working on.
Will you be consulting your junior partners on that replacement?
The President appoints ambassadors, and it is within his sole right to appoint ambassadors. Thank you very much.